This is one of 6 chairs that a friend dropped around to me earlier. Most of them have wear and tear like this. A few of them have this seam here ripped out. It's just not stood the test of time. I don't think there's very much to say about it, so let's get on with it. First thing you need to do is remove the screws. Once all the screws are out, you can remove the seat from the base. Remove the staples from the bottom cloth here and then from the cover. The only bit I'm not going to remove is these ones in the centre. It doesn't affect how I put the new cover on, so I'm going to leave those in situ. This is one of the seat covers that pulled apart, and when I looked on the back, there should be a piece of tape that goes across, which is top stitched into place, which holds the seam together. What they did was they put the seam in and stitched along here, and then stitched along there to give the illusion that there was tape on the back. It gives a nice detail. But unfortunately, the style of fabric that this is just didn't hold along the seam. So if you're going to put a detail like this in, make sure you put tape along the back and secure both sides, which holds the seam together and helps to stop stress it. I am going to roughly cut this back on each side like this. I'm leaving about 1/2 inch distance between the new edge and the seat. It doesn't have to be even all the way up, just most of the way. And I'm going to just cut a bit off here as well, and I'll do the same on the other side. Always keep the knife as straight as you can, either perpendicular or in this case just wing it as you go down. It's a little bit wonky but not too bad. I'm going to centre back and the front as closely as possible so that when I put the new cover on, although there's not a pattern, the warp and the weft thread are going in the right direction. Line those 2 marks up and take them a little bit further over. So I've got the seat, the cushion, and then I've got a 1/2 inch foam here which is soft, and the dacron over the top. Pop that all on, make sure that comes round to the side, front and back. Then the fabric, line up here, clip my center here and on the second side. This is actually a woven fabric on the back, so I want the warp threads to be up and down. Center everything on there. Now all I've got to do is center front and back. I'm not going to cut anything off the dacron just yet. Pop that on. What I have found with this fabric is a little bit slippery for me. So I'm going to put my mark there. I'm going to bring the side round like that and my side round like this, which I usually do. I don't do this part any differently. I do secure it in place first. What I often don't have to do is ease everything down like that on both sides, leaving that where it is. Secure it like that at the top and then do the same at the bottom. I've found this really awkward to get in this fabric. Pulling that down as hard as I can. I've had to do the same on both sides, just put it right down before I can start pulling it in. Every fabric's different. Having done that, I'm going to remove the centre one on the front here and then pull it round till I like the shaping on the front, which is about there. I'm going to take this one out here because I've got some idea where I want it to line up to now. Pull that back, pull that up and cut most of that out like that. It will be pushed up as I pull the cover in. Quite like where that's gone. I'm going to pull that down and towards this side, down and in, down and in, trying not to let go of it, and then secure it a few times. At the moment I'm pushing it out this way and straight down. It will change. In a moment I'm going to alter here because it's still a little bit high. Now on here I'm going to pull this one out and pull it in. This fabric is not very easy because it slips out of my hand. It really isn't very helpful. Pull that in to where I think I want it and secure it, and then this one and secure it. This fabric I've ended up having to pull it in and then go back and reline it so it looks nice and even. So I'm going to pull it out like that and then pull it back slightly, and as I come back that should pull in there. This hurts my fingers. Where I've pulled that up you can see this. Just cut all of that out because I really don't want all of that going into the corner. up, out and in. And the same on the other side. Pull it there, pull it round and in here until it's where you want it. And then this corner, there. Once I've pulled everything in, and this has been a case of pulling it in from the top across, then under, and then some of it I've pulled in from under here just to make sure it lines up. Don't think I'm 100% happy with this area, so I'm going to take that out and just pull it in slightly to straighten the line up. There's another area here that I'm going to have to work on because that looks a bit lumpy too, just that little area. So I'll pull those out and pull it in until I'm happy. I will cut back where I am happy with because that gets rid of some extra fabric that I don't need, and I can see better as to what's going on. I just pulled those out. I'm going to pull those in until it's got the line that I want. Having got that section in, I'm going to pull that down and pull in the next section to here. Take this one out and then just pull that in as well. That's a smoother line here. It's how I want it, so I'm just going to cut that back. I'm going to remove that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that in and around the back. I think where I am here is where I want the shaping to go. I might alter that one again. It wasn't very far out, it's almost there. As I did with the front of the chair, take the centre out and pull that really hard down and into place. I'm going to remove this one and then start pushing and pulling this into place into that corner. I need to pull this out, cut it all back, both sides. I think I want to cut most of that out actually. This is going to come on round here and back to pull some of this fabric out. Before I cut any of this back, I will make sure that this is in a straight line that I like. And again here, pull it down hard and start pulling it back because you're taking the extra fabric out of here. So I'll need to take a couple of these out to pull them down because they're not twisting where I want them to twist. Any ripples are to be on the underside. You don't want ripples on the top if you can help it. It just doesn't look very nice. So I'm pulling it back like that, down and across like that. This is slightly shaped, but with a bit of pushing and pulling, you'll pull everything in. There's a little bit of a ripple there, but that goes against the back of the chair, so it'll be hidden. I think I'll pull those two out and just straighten it along here a little bit better than it is, and then I'll cut all of that back. To straighten this out isn't really so much pulling it. I'm going to pull it slightly, but it's really altering the way these pleats go in. So I'll get these ones in first. Remove this one because it pinches here. Let that release. And a little bit of a pull on this side and it should go in perfectly. And then I'll work my way around the other two corners. I am happy with this side, so I'm going to flip this over like this and start securing it. I'm going to push the chair seat as far back into the frame as possible and secure the screws in. I'll work from the front to the back first. I'll take that one out because I have a slightly longer one that will fit. And then at the back here. And then I'm securing these brackets to the chair frame because not all of them are secure. For whatever reason, not all of these were in tight. The other thing that I did find out was some of these are not tight at all, so I've just tightened all of these up. You don't want somebody sitting down on a chair and it falls to pieces because that'll be your fault if you have been messing with the frame at all. So make sure everything's tight if you need to. Quarter turn sometimes. Some of these are actually two or three turns, so they were quite loose. Thank you for joining me on this little project. The fabric, because it was quite slippery to hold, I did actually leave a little bit extra on each side to pull in. It did take me a little bit longer to go round than I would normally do with a fabric that is not so slippery. I think they've turned out really well. I know the husband's very pleased with them. He picked 3 up yesterday and was absolutely delighted. If you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe, hit the bell button, and a few thumbs up would be brilliant. And in the meantime, take care. See you later. Ciao.